Hello and welcome to Global Investment Real Estate and Residency Show, a global marketing platform. TEG Media is here to represent this exciting event. My name is Abdul Basit and I'm your host today. By the end of this show, you will know how to have a successful and profitable business in the USA and relocate your family in USA, and also how to get a residency and then a citizenship in a European country called Portugal with the help of real estate investment. We also welcome viewers on our Facebook Live. You can share the link in the chat with your friends and colleagues who you think can have a benefit from the show. We have a global experts from different parts of the world representing Feria DC from USA and Umber Star Luxury Real Estate from Portugal. There will be a live question and answer session right after each presentation. Please feel free to ask your questions. We have already received questions from our audience, so we'll be answering all your questions straight away after the presentation. I would like to first of all present our first presenter, who is Eduardo Arnal. He's presenting Feria DC. Arnal has 15 years plus experience in operations management and project management. He has been a driving force behind Feria development since conception. A master's degree in supply chain management and master's degree in maritime law and business. And he's been joined by Mr. Juan Sales, who is a chef and entrepreneur with 15 years plus experience, running a successful restaurant with over 60 employees. Please feel free to share your screen, and the floor is yours, gentlemen.
Thank you, Abdul. Hello, everybody. Have a good day. First thing, I hope you're all safe and sound, wherever you are.
Yes.
Let me share my screen now. There. Okay. We're going to talk about our project Feria DC in Washington, D.C. This is an EB5 project. We will have a brief description of the EB5 program. We are not lawyers. We are the project developers, but we have a very good understanding of the program, but also the best bunch of lawyers supporting this project on our backs. So if there's any questions, we can forward it to them and then be back to you with any specific legal or legal advice or answer you need. Okay, let's Juan's going to take over on this moment, so he's going to describe the program for a second. Juan, go ahead.
Hello, how are you? Hope you're all well. Thank you for joining us. So the EB5 Immigrant Investor Program is basically a visa for immigrant investors, and it's basically a U.S. an employment-based visa created by the Immigration Act in 1990 to stimulate economic and job growth. This will allow foreigners to become permanent residents and after a certain period of time, U.S. citizens. Okay, so the EB5 program, as I mentioned, provides a method to obtain a green card for foreign nationals who invest money in the United States. This program enables foreign nationals to obtain residence faster than many other options in the immigration market. Next slide, please.
Okay, let's go a little bit about the benefits of the program. It offers foreign nationals permanent residency in the U.S. The all coveted green card. Okay? It has some very good benefits. You have unrestricted employment options. I mean, by this, I mean that you can do whatever you want. Once you have your I say green card or the temporary green card they give you when you invest in the project, you can do whatever you want. You can set up your own business. You can work in any company you want. Basically, you're just a legal resident, and you can do whatever you want. There's a greater chance for college admissions. There's, I think it's 30% more chance you get admitted into, or your children get admitted into college if they already have this green card. The tuition for the college are better, are cheaper. You have the opportunity to go and come back from the US whenever you want. If you're going back home for a long period, nobody's going to tell you anything whenever you go back to the US, which is also always like a scare anybody has whenever everybody goes there. Okay. There's also, you have support through retirement. You enjoy the benefits of the retirement programs. Also, all of your household gets benefited by this. You have the right to include all your children before 21 years old, and if they're unmarried. Okay, your spouse, your children, all can be included in your investment.
So the basic requirements for this program is each investor is required to invest $900,000 if the investment is within a targeted employment area. This means that certain areas that are that have high unemployment rates. So investments can be targeted to certain areas. Each investor must create 10 full-time jobs that come from their investment specifically. And one of the only things the investor must demonstrate is that the funds they're investing come from a legal source and by lawful means. This will be done in conjunction with your immigration lawyer.
Sorry about that. Okay, let's discuss a little bit about our project. Our project, again, is called Feria DC. Okay, and we have an exceptional operating team. First of all, there's myself, which Abdul already described a little bit about my experience. I'm gonna go over it again a little bit over a short period of time. I'm a systems engineer. I have a couple master's degree. I've been working in operations for the last 25 years. The last 15 years were as an operations director for a Spanish conglomerate. I live in Spain at the time. Also, I've created this. I decided to quit my job to dedicate myself to this business. So, I mean, we love this project, and we hope you love it too. Juan.
As Abdul said, I have more than 15 years experience as a chef. I was trained at the Cordon Bleu in Paris and then in École Hôtelière de Lausanne in Switzerland, hospitality school. I founded restaurant concept, pastry takeout bakery in Venezuela, which I operated since 2003. Recently, I opened a business in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We had it for a couple of years, 3 years, until I successfully sold it in order to focus myself completely on this project, Feria. I'm going to be one of the operating partners with Michael and Eduardo. We three are going to be managing day-to-day operations in DC.
Yeah, and then our other partner who can join us tonight or today is Michael Sternberg. It is very, very early morning for him in DC. Michael is one of the most experienced guys in DC in the restaurant industry. He has been linked for this industry for almost 40 years. Has done and everything in the restaurant business. Has been the CEO of the convention center and a center plate, which is a huge company, food contract company. He now he decided to join us a couple years ago. So and he has other consultancy business. So this is a very, very, very strong team to manage operations of this business. Okay, then I want to talk about our
partners,
our alliance partners and stakeholders. Okay, this is, I mean, we have the gold standard in EB5. We're fairly new to this program, but we have the best and the boldest guarding our back. Okay, we have Ewan Artan and Learn as our immigration lawyer. There are not just our immigration lawyers, but they are preparing all the offer packaging for this program. If anybody is interested in getting in touch with them, we will gladly help them. If you have another immigration lawyer and you want to participate in our project, you can do it. You can do it freely. I mean, this is part of our team. So I mean, they bring the whole immigration experience to this project. Another one of our partners is NES Financial, which is EB5 Funds Administration. They will be managing the funds that the investors put in our business. Okay, so you know that your money is secure and it's being spent wherever it needs to be spent. Okay, then we have the Causa and EB5 affiliate network. We have this is very special. We have 2 regional centers. Every as Juan said before, every project that needs to be associated or sponsored with a regional center. We have 2 regional centers. The success rate is 100%. They're very, very, very good. EB5 affiliate network has more than 2,000 visas processed on their name and more than $10 billion raised in capital. Causa also has more than $10 billion raised in capital for the island of Puerto Rico. So they are very, very, very good there. Okay, and then we have our partners in infrastructure and marketing. We have Saint, which is our architecture and design partner. They are DC based, experienced in restaurants and food industry. Then we have the Brand Guild as a PR and marketing partner. They have been named one of the best agencies in the industry in the whole country. They're also DC based and New York based. And we have the Meridian Group as a real estate developer. They are the owners of the property where we are developing Feria, and they have been behind our back for the last 2 years that has taken to develop this project. Okay, then what is Feria? Feria is a unique culinary hall and incubator concept. It is located in Washington, D.C.'s downtown area. It has 8 different chef-driven, high-quality culinary proposals within a casual and modern setting. It's a full-service, first-class culinary hall. Revenues are based on subleases. They will be time-limited, so we have control of what's going on with every chef. We can renew we can renew any contract if the operation is great. Okay, and we also have control over the bar. Bar is a great business especially in the United States, so we decided to keep control of that operation. Okay, but it will also serve as a launchpad for chefs, food startups, and other industry-related enterprises. Okay, it will provide entrepreneurs with an exceptional opportunity to refine their culinary concepts and interact with the general public. Okay, these 8 kitchens are fully equipped, so they don't have to really bring anything but their talent and their passion for work into Feria. Okay, they will have gourmet cuisine at affordable prices, and this is also organized as a festival. and we also want to bring the European market experience to the US. I mean, here in Europe, we love our markets, and we love the vibe that goes on in them. So we really want to bring that experience to the US. I'm gonna pass to Juan.
Yes, so our Feria is a unique concept in an emerging field. So it's a food and beverage incubator with a culinary hall, food hall facade. This allows consumers to enjoy the innovation of new restaurants, of new chefs and restaurateurs. So what I mean by this is Feria is kind of a mixed concept. So we are related to restaurants. We also have some market concepts, and some people could say that we are an alternative to food trucks. But I mean, Feria, the good thing about our project, the one thing I like and what I think separates us from the competition and other similar projects is that our project, as it is a food hall, culinary hall, is also an incubator for restaurants. So this will allow chefs to come in, get into one of our fully equipped kitchens and start cooking, start developing their concept. Okay, we're going to have several kitchens. We're going to provide high quality food and in affordable prices. And we hope to have full service. Next slide, please. Okay, so how does Feria make money? So our main income sources are licensing. Licensing is basically we are going to be leasing or subletting these fully equipped kitchen and store spaces. So as I told you before, a chef can come, bring his pots and pans, and basically start developing his concept with our help. Okay, we're also going to have a bakery, chocolate shop, and several other marketplaces, and these are going to be also part of our leasing platform. As Eduardo said, we are going to run the bar operation. So all the incomes that come from the bar are going to be to our company. One of the other segments we're developing is actually the deliveries. Okay, deliveries and takeouts, especially after COVID. Entrepreneurs have had to look for other types of segments of income. So we are not getting people in restaurants, so we have to go and look for the customers, meet the customers. So we are going to be developing a whole delivery and takeout platform. Another important way in how we are gonna get some more income is basically out of our incubator and offsprings. So these chefs that are going to be cooking will hopefully be graduating at some point from our project, and they will open their own brick and mortar restaurant, and we will hopefully be there investing with them and helping them and going with them along the way. We are going to have private and corporate events. So we have a special kitchen that's going to be used for private events, conventions, and other tasting or courses. We are going to attract sponsors and advertisements whether it's from a new car dealer that's launching a new car, or from liquor companies, or a certain food service company that are throwing new innovative products into the market. One of the other aspects of our company is that we are based on the incubation component of our project. We're going to be offering mentoring sessions for our chefs, so skilled and talent development in certain aspects of their food and beverage operation. Next.
Okay, I want to go over our operational strengths. I mean, this is an operational business, so we need you to be sure that it's a well operated business. Okay, we have a successful and experienced current blue chef, which is of course one. We have one of DC's most experienced restaurateurs, which is Michael. We have been developing the best ordering management and restaurant technology available. It's not our own developed, but we have partnership with several developers that are already in the business and are the best of the best, guaranteeing not just quality management, but also traceability and everything that can make the consumer safe inside our facilities. We have an excellent location in DC with continuous traffic all year long. We are located in front of the biggest Apple store in the US and across the street from the Washington Convention Center, which we'll describe a little bit further down. We have one of the best PR firms in the business. And nowadays we know that whenever you go to a restaurant or you go to any place and have some food, you take a picture of it, and we need to make the most out of platforms like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, where people is always sharing what they're doing, and these people are the best on helping us. Are going to be the best helping us out there. I mean, we want to have like lines outside of people wanting to come into Feria. Okay, there's minimal operational involvement in each restaurant, so we don't operate any restaurant or any shop. So it's we can control them, but we are not operating any of them. Okay, and of course we are experts in operations and in operations management in the restaurant business. So we want to. There's one key thing is that we want to make any investor part of our project. We need you to feel secure about your investment, and you can be in direct contact with us at any time just to check out the investment. Or if you, of course, maybe move to, I don't know, Atlanta, and then you say, hey, Eduardo, I'm in DC, so I want to go over and have a look at Feria. Yeah, come on over. We will have lunch together. I mean, we really want to help you feel secure with your investment and with the EB5 process.
So I'm going to make some comments of the status of our project and the milestones. So construction is going to start March, April 2021. We're looking for a targeted opening date of October 2021. So it's going to be 5 to 6 months remodeling and setup. Our liquor license has already been granted. As I said, it's a very fast construction and setup. So as I told you, no more than 6 months. The location we have is a trophy location. It's a great location. It's a newly renovated space across from the historic Carnegie Library in downtown DC, with a building that's fully leased and is already occupied by some of our co-tenants. Our co-tenants or neighbors in the building are actually Apple Computer. They had their government relationship department there in the building in one whole floor. There's a law firm called Baker Botts, and they have 3 floors in the building. Equinox Gym is in the building. WeWork leased 3 floors. So it's a great building and a huge market for us. I mean, just in the building, there are lots and lots of people that will use our services and eat and have coffee and work on and with the deliveries from us. Next.
Okay, let me describe the location. As everybody knows, in business, there's one premise, and there's one big premise, and it's location, location, location. So we decided to make the best out of it. Okay, Feria is located in downtown DC. Okay, in very close to the White House and the U.S. Capitol. I mean, they're far apart, but we're like in the middle of it. So you can walk actually to both of them. We are, as I said before, across the street from the Apple Store at Carnegie Library, which is a roundabout, and it's a huge historical building, beautiful building that has been renovated and fully occupied by Apple Store by the Apple Store. Okay, across the street from that is the Washington E-Convention Center, which is a five-block building. It's a humongous building that has conventions practically every day of the year. The convention center will be open by June next year, so we expect that by the time Feria opens, which is around this time next year, they will be fully operational and basically expecting for us to come into operations. Okay, there's also City Center DC a couple blocks away, which is a Norman Foster design building of residencies, residences, apartments, and 5-star shopping. Chinatown is a couple blocks away in the other direction. The Grand Hyatt is 3 blocks away. The National Portrait Gallery is 4 blocks away. The Capital One Arena, where hockey games are played, is in Chinatown. It's 3 blocks away, so it's the best location in the right city.
Okay, so I'm going to talk a bit about the demographics of downtown DC. That's the area we're going to be in. So the median age is 34 years old. It's a young average, more than the US average. This area has seen a big population growth in the last years. I mean, this information that you can see here, 19% is from 2015, and it's pretty much kept growing at the same rate. So in this area, within a 15-minute walk, there are 100,000 daytime employees. Okay, as Eduardo said, the location is next to 2 metro stations and has great access. There are 6,700 hotel rooms in the vicinity, and being next to the convention center and the Capital One Arena, the hockey and basketball stadium, it gives us an assurance that we are going to get a lot of traffic and a lot of people coming in and out of the area.
Okay, let's go discussing the investment opportunity. The capital needed to develop this project is $8.2 million, which are distributed. I mean, the capital stack is distributed as follows: $3.6 million from 4 EB5 investor slots. We offer a 5% interest rate annual, which is basically really not standard for the industry. It's very high for industry, and I'm going to explain why. We we really want to be the cutest bride. So we are trying to locate our investors as fast as possible because we really want to start in March. We have other financial options, but we think this is the best. So that's what we are looking for. We also have a bank financing for $1 million. We have landlord investment. I said back a few slides back that we had, or the lender is like holding our back. So they are putting $1.7 million in our construction. And we have 1.9 million of our own funds and friends and family. Okay, how will these funds be used? There will be $5.4 million used in project construction, the building, and equipment. There's a lot of equipment here, so it's a lot of money dedicated to equipment. There's also 2.8 million as startup funds and working capital. All of this is for an expected job creation of 174 job posts. Remember that Juan said at the beginning that the investor needed to create, or the funds needed to create 10 jobs. So we have 4 investors creating 174 jobs. So that's more than guarantee that your investment is bringing the required jobs for you to get to jump from the provisional green card to the definite green card. So let's go to the figures. I won't extend much here, but all our financials are available for anybody that's interested in investing in the project. So as you can see, the returns are really, really good. That's why we can offer 5% interest on your investment. Again, the disclosure of this information is fully available for any investor. And I'm gonna let Juan tell us about the building of the whole infrastructure.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. So this is a picture of the building that we're gonna take over. Well, not the building. We're gonna take over on the street level floor here. So this is, as I said, is a fully renovated building, and the building is next to a pedestrian street. So we have the benefit of having a big terrace that's going to be next to our location. Next slide, please.
Yeah, actually, this is the actual building. It's already finished. As you can see, some people have already moved into it, and our location is just this corner and the whole facade of the building that goes down the alleyway.
So this is our proposed floor plan and design. As you can see, we have 8 independent stations fully equipped for the operation of these restaurants. We are going to have specialty stores and shops. We're going to have a chocolate shop. We're going to have a coffee shop, bakery, and ice cream shop. There's going to be a charcuterie place. We're going to have a main bar that's going to act as a meeting place and start point, so people can gather there and go to all places. And we're going to have a fully equipped kitchen for private events. This is a sketch or a render of how the place is going to look. So as we said, we're looking for an market look and feel with an industrial design. This is actually a look of the main bar on the left, and we're going to have tables on the right, and the kitchens in the end. These are the design elements and colors and basically the look and feel that we want to give in the place. On the bottom, there's a main facade. In front of that is the Apple Store. There's going to be the bakery and chocolate there shop, and on the top of the picture, those are actually one of the two main kitchens that are going to be there for the chefs to use, and the bar on the bottom. And we're going to have Spanish steps coming from the kitchens to the bar.
Yeah, we want the look and feel to be also very Mediterranean, like bringing really the essence of not just Europe but the whole Mediterranean area to the city. So it will look very, very clean, very sharp, and with a lot of texture. That's a wrap up. So thank you very much for your time. We hope you like the project. Of course, we are fully available. Abdul can send the information of our contact information to each and all of you, and please don't hesitate to question anything you need. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Juan and Eduardo. Pictures looks really nice. It looks very interesting, and people who are interested in having a restaurant, I think this is a good opportunity for them with the support of EB5 in it as well. We have a couple of questions. We have received questions on our Facebook Live as well, and we have a few questions asked here as well. First question I would like to pass on is, will I get my money back on EB5 investment?
Yes, you will get your money back after 5 years. The one of the keys of the project is that you have your money at rest during these 5 years. So the whole structure, the whole Feria structure is that you invest and we use the money, and after 5 years we give it back. We pay year interest, so you're getting basically your money with 25% interest at the end of the period.
Okay. Another question.
I mean, sorry, it can be extended. It can be 5 to 7 years. We are basically not using the last 2 years. We want to do it on at the most at the 5 years. I mean, if we can demonstrate that the 10 jobs have already been created, we can even give you your money back before. So it's a pretty quick money return.
Okay. Another question is there. I believe a gentleman is trying to ask that who will be doing the work there in these restaurants.
Sorry.
So we are going to look for chefs, entrepreneurs in the city, in the country, and people from outside the country. So the investors, they just invest the money. They don't need to go work there or anything. We are going to look for the chefs. We're going to source them. We're going to select them, and we're going to take care of that they're doing things as they should, and that the quality is what we want.
Great.
Yeah, we already have several interested or had conversations with several chefs. They're all interested. So we have basically 4 kitchens are already sold. There's a raw bar here for oysters and all that kind of food that it's already taken. There's the chocolate store is already taken. There's a flower shop that's already taken too. Coffee shop, it's some people from Palo Alto in California is coming to operate the shop. So it's basically most of the kitchens are already sold. So we already have tenants. If that's a worry or that's something that can worry any investor.
Great. Another question that we have received on our Facebook Live is EB5 visa an alternate to H1B visas?
Yeah, they're alternate. I mean, they're different. As again, I can I cannot give you legal advice on this, but there are different visas. One, the H-1B, as far as I know, is temporary. It's a 4-year period, and this is once you get your green card, you can apply for citizenship after 5 years of having the green card. So it's basically permanent. You don't have to worry about anything else again.
Okay. Another question is that if the return is guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that makes that has been, or we have been looking for in the basically the operational setup, is that we can be sure that your money is guaranteed and is safe. So that's why we have this team. That's why we have this legal backup and the whole bunch of enterprises supporting our business.
Perfect.
Yes, and the 5% return is guaranteed. Yes.
Great.
Again, the 5% is very, very, very strange for. It's not.
It's high for EB5 standards.
Very, very. It's not common to have this percent rate. Most
in
projects
EB5
are 1 or maybe 2%, because the actual goal is to get the green card, not just to make business. We offer the two things. You can get the green card and then do some business.
Great, great. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Thank you for telling us a lot about your project, and we wish you all the good luck. And all audience can ask questions. You will be contacted by the gentlemen themselves, and you can ask the questions.
Sure, we'll fully available for your support, and thank you everybody for your time and your attendance.
Thank you. We'll be moving to our next presenters, who are representing Amber Star Luxury Real Estate, Portugal. We have two lovely ladies here. I would like to introduce you all to them. Miss Lucia Rustekia. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name a little wrong. I tried to rehearse it a couple of times. Miss Lucia is living in Portugal since 2001, and she has been working in real estate since 2007. In 2008, she decided to start Amber Star Real Estate with her husband, and she is here not to just help you with the real estate, but also to help you with the immigration issues. Joining her is Daria Lutvines. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you so much. Daria was born in Ukraine and is living in Portugal for last 12 years. She has a wide experience in tourism in Amsterdam, worked as a guide in port wine cellars. Right now, she's working with the Amber Real Estate and the brilliant team of them. And she speaks Russian, Ukrainian, and English, and Portuguese as well. Right? Thank you so much. Stage is yours. Please, ladies, go on.
Well, let's share it.
Yes, please share your screen.
Well, we are going to talk about specifically golden visa and investments in Portugal. There are some details which people usually don't know. And there are a lot of rumors right now about golden visa in Portugal due to some political discussions. But it still works here. First of all, I would like to talk a little bit about what is golden visa. It is an investment program which gives the right to receive Portuguese Portuguese residence permit first. And the first golden visa is valid for 2 years. After this period, you can renovate it 2 times for 2 years each residence permit. During each 2-year visa period, investor must spend only 14 days in Portugal, so just like 7 days each year. 14 days in 2 years. So it's not, you are not obliged to live here permanently. 5 years after the visa, investor can apply for Portuguese citizenship. Portuguese law allows double citizenship, so if you want, you can keep your citizenship of origin if your country permits it to. Our company is here to help with any questions, documents, information, details in order to proceed investment suitable for a golden visa in Portugal and for you, obviously, to find the right way. Especially we work with real estate investments, and we can consult you with any issues, any questions you have in this golden visa project, in these golden visa investments. I'm sorry. Well, there are 4 main types of investment for golden visa: real estate, as I told you, direct investments, business investments, and investment in science or culture. We are going to talk a little bit deeper about these 4 types of investment, but I'd like to refer that the most reliable and profitable way of investment is real estate investment and business investment, since it guarantees you the profit from your investment. Well, let's. Okay. Real estate investment has 2 options. You can invest 500,000 euros minimum in any kind of real estate. It can be the land, the commercial real estate, any kind of property. A residence, there are a discount of 20% for those properties which are located in the areas with low population density or with the GDP per capita of less than 75% of the national average. So it's kind of a discount. The second option is to invest in the property located in the rehabilitation areas. For example, in Porto or Lisbon, there are a lot of rehabilitation areas. So you can, historical center, for example, you can invest minimum of 350,000 euros. And this price has to include the amount for renovation of the building or of the property, like the apartment, for example. Well, or the property needs to be more than 30 years. Yes, the property in rehabilitation area or the property with more than 30 years. Yeah. Well, the another option in this rehabilitation area is if it is located in the areas with low density, population density, it gets, like in the last option, gets 20% of discount. So you can invest at least 280,000 euros minimum. Then you can get, investing this money, you can get the golden visa. The second type of investment is direct investment. First option is to invest 1 million euros on the bank account, Portuguese bank account that you have to create and maintain it there for 5 years, for at least 5 years. After 5 years, if you want, you can take it off. But obviously, this kind of investment is not the most reliable one, because the bank can broke and the money will be lost. That's why we usually do not how how to say this, advise this to our clients. The second option is to invest minimum of 350,000 euros in venture funds, which usually guarantee profit between 3 and 5% per year. Oops. No, sorry. I'm sorry. It's business investment. Business investment is interesting thing for those who want to create its own company in Portugal. The only condition is to create 10 job positions and keep them for the next 5 years. Well, actually, with any kind of investment, you have to keep it for 5 years at least, so you can keep your golden visa. The second option is investing 350,000 minimum in already existing company. If you don't want to create a new one, the company undertakes the creation of 5 job positions and keep it for 3 years. Like example, we are watching for this kind of investment. Yes, if somebody wants to invest into the company in Portugal, you're welcome, because we are growing up our company and we need some investment, right? And in our case, in case of our company, we usually guarantee 4% of profit for investors, annual profit. The next one is investment into science, cultural heritage. You can invest 350,000 euros into scientific researches, or 250,000 euros into the renovation, art support, and support of the national cultural heritage. Obviously, no profit from these kinds of investment. It's really the investment for innovation and for how to say, make the history to live longer life, so we can guarantee it to our next generation. Well, applying for a golden visa, it brings a lot of advantages. Actually, golden visa in Portugal has the best conditions, one of the best conditions. I think it's the third in the world. Yes, it's on the third place of best conditions for those who apply for a golden visa. First of all, it's really fast to get the residence permit in 8-9 months. Only 14 days of mandatory stay for each 2-year period. So you don't have to live here permanently, only pass here, spend here 14 days, and that's enough. Possibility of applying for citizenship after 5 years. No extra investment is needed for this, for applying for citizenship in Portugal. And Portugal is the only European country where, with the low investments, you can apply for citizenship practically without living here. So I already referred it, only 14 days. Double citizenship allowed, I already told it. And you can also apply for the residence permit for all family members. There are few conditions which we can tell you. For example, parents of investor or his partner, or children has to depend on investor. For example, children can be students. I mean, children who are over 18, who are students, not unmarried, for example, These are kind of conditions which people have to have in mind when they are applying for golden visa, also for their children. Yes, and there's another advantage. It's possible to make all this process of applying for golden visa remotely.
We are doing this.
We
yes,
are doing
already. Yes, we have a lot of clients that we did it.
Mm-hmm. Well, children as well as investor has the possibility to study in Portugal, to have the health insurance, the state's health insurance, to work officially, to run their own company in Portugal. The Schengen area gets open with the golden visa, and it's possible to invest as a person on his own or as a company. You can buy, for example, for investment, you can buy 1, 2 or more properties, or you can, for example, invest in one property. There can be 2, 3 or more investors to invest in one property in order to get the golden visa.
No, if the property, for example, the property of 1 million euros, it can be invested by 2 families, 2 investors. Right. So 2 investors will get residence in Portugal, golden visa.
Yeah, as long as they invest the minimum amount for the investment for a golden visa. So this has to be kept in mind. Well, it's possible to rent the property right after the purchase. You don't have to wait any minimum time. And after applying for the citizenship, so 5 years after the first golden visa, you can sell your property. Well, why in Portugal? Obviously, the great level of education in Europe, because Portugal is one of those countries who signed Bologna Treaty. So its education is valid for other countries who signed the Bologna Treaty, which is almost all Europe. And there's part of Asia, if I'm not wrong, like Russia, for example, Asian part of Russia, for example. Good quality of life, which is climate, obviously nature, and all those benefits which are brought with location of the country. The state health insurance, low criminality. Actually, we are on 3rd place in the world with the lowest criminality. Attractive taxation system. Non-residents can apply for mortgage in Portuguese banks. For example, if you want to invest into the hotel, which costs 1 million euros, you can pay the minimum for investment. So, for example, 500,000 euros. But for the rest, for the remaining amount, you can ask for the mortgage in the Portuguese bank. And this is actually really possible because Portuguese banks can pay for up to 70% for the to non-residents. Yes, and the annual percentage is between 1.5% till 2.5%. What else? Let me see. Sorry. Well, and we also have the great protection of property rights regardless of citizenship. I remember some cases, some troubles with ocupas in Spain. Well, in Portugal, it's not possible to happen. And there are a lot of tax incentives for retirement age. Yeah. Well, obviously, there's some illustration about the life quality in Portugal, climate, safety, nature, astronomy, wine, and national heritage, which is kept right now. mainly thankfully to those investors who are investing into the cultural heritage. Well, right now, I would like to talk a little bit about the possibility, the options of investment in the real estate, because we are mainly working with real estate investment. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the new project, which is going to be built between December 2020 and September 2022. It's located in the city center, the historical city center in Porto, on the street Gonçalo Cristóvão. And it's the building with several apartments. In this kind of apartment, in this building, you have kind of apartment like T1, T2, T0, between 161,000 and 278,000 euros. For this kind of investment, you can buy 2 apartments.
Yes.
So you can get to that right amount, minimum amount of the investment for a golden visa. In some, it has to be at least 350,000 euros. You can see a few pictures. It's a project, obviously. It's going to be building in December. These some drawings. And just the same thing is with this kind of apartments, which are located in the rehabilitation area of Porto, another one rehabilitation area on the street Firmeza. It already exists. It already exists. It was the building which started the renovation works, if I'm not wrong, in 2019. And it's only its final stage of construction. The same thing with this building, but few that 3 of the apartments in this building are T1 and T2.
Yes.
T2 apartments have the cost of 350,000 euros, so you can invest directly to buy this apartment. Usually these kind of investments are used to rent it afterwards, or it can be also used as a residence, as your residence in Portugal, no problem with that. We also help with the renting apartments. So if you buy apartment and want to rent it and manage the leasing remotely, you can also do it through our company. So, and this is the example of the guest house, which price is over 1 million. Actually, the price was a little bit higher, 350,000 euros. But due to COVID situation, the price got lower. So now it costs 1,175,000. In this case, it is possible to investors buy this guest house and will get a golden visa. Yes, as I referred earlier, you can invest a minimum amount in such a minimum amount of 350,000 euros, and for the remaining amount, you have 2 options. You can invest with other investors, like 2 or 3 investors, or you can ask for the mortgage in the Portuguese bank. And there is a possibility, if some investor or investors will buy this or another guest house, there is a possibility our company rent it. Yes, Yes, it's always this possibility. So you can do all the process remotely through our company, and after applying for a golden visa, you can also rent it through our company. So we do all these jobs. We work with great trustworthy lawyers. So all the information which is updated due to the Portuguese law within golden visa conditions, we are always updated. So we have this information. For example, there are a lot of wrong information. Some people think that you have to apply for golden visa first for 1 year and then for 2 years. It was updated, so right now you have to apply for golden visa for 2 years permit, a residence permit, and then afterwards you can renovate it 2 times for 2 years each.
Немножко, Афина, скажи, что мы продаем все, то есть
мы
продаем не только апартаменты и дома, но также гимты с производством.
Well, right now I will talk a little bit about our company. We sell not only residences, but also apartments, houses, vineyards, hotels, commercial spaces, work with the wide database, lands, for example, if you want just to build something. We also help with all those questions, all those issues I just referred. Golden visa, residence permit in Portugal for financially independent people, for mortgage in Portuguese banks. So all this process we work with, and we have a wide experience with that. We have a lot of, how many golden visas do we have right now on our experience?
A lot.
A lot. Well, right. From July, it's like 7.
Yes,
From
because
July
we are working with different countries. We have a lot of partnerships through a while of the world, and we had clients from China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Belarus, South Africa. So we have a very big experience in this area.
Well, I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. If you can read us the questions, or we also can see some questions here.
Thank you so much. Looks lovely, houses look beautiful, and the project that you presented is something to look forward to. We do have few questions. First question is that if a person can see a property itself, can they go there to see before buying, or how does it work?
Смотри, естественно, если клиент приезжает сюда, конечно же, мы ему показываем. Мы сначала можем ему выслать email, естественно, он нам объясняет, что он хочет, мы ему высылаем. Но если он не может приехать, мы можем сделать дистанционно. Опять же, мы высылаем, он выбирает, и мы все делаем дистанционно.
Well, right now we have 2 options. If the person prefers to come to Portugal and see the property himself, it's possible, absolutely. But before he does it, we can also send all the images, all the information and details about the property. If the person prefers to do it remotely, it's a very comfortable thing to do right now in this situation with COVID, for example. There are a lot of people who don't want to travel, and we can do it remotely. So it really depends on the preference of the client. And there's another thing. We right now are working on the presentations, 3D walking tour in the apartments. We are working on this. So in a very short time, we are going to have this option too. So the person can just walk around the apartment without being here physically.
Technology is helping every one of us these days. We have another question here. Can I take the whole family with me?
Can be, I'm sorry?
Can a person take his family with him?
Well, first the investor is applying by the investment, and then he has to register his family. afterwards.
Yes, all his family.
All his family.
Children under 18 years, but if the children are has more than 18 years, it's also possible if they are dependent of parents. Also, it is possible to make golden visa for parents, investor parents,
Okay.
if they depend of him. Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, there are few documents you have to prove by that the parents depending on investor, like for example, some transaction to the bank account of the parents, or if they live together, if they live on the same residence, for example. So you have to prove it, but it's absolutely possible to apply for golden visa for all family members.
Great. One more question is there. How long does it take to get the residency?
8 to 9 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Resident. Yeah, the residence permit is 8 to 9 months.
Okay.
It depends on the process of choosing the property. For example, the investor can choose it before applying for a residence permit, or if he wants to choose after.
They must.
Well, yeah, he has to invest first. But it really depends on the process of investment first. How long does it take?
But 6-9 months. Yes.
Yeah, it's usually the average time it takes.
Great.
6 to 9.
Great. One more question is there. What are the chances of refusal of residence permit?
Могут ли отказать в голden визе?
Если человек покупает недвижимость за вот ту сумму, которая минимальная, да, обозначена минимальная, он подает клиенты, у нас такого не было, он получит эту золотую визу. То есть, если он выполняет эти вот пункты, соответственно, он не должен быть, например, осужден, да, вот, если он выполняет все это, он получит.
Well, in our experience, there wasn't the case of refusing. And it's also difficult to, if the investor follows all the rules, all the required documents, and if he was not, for example, judged for something, if he invests the right amount in that location, for example, or in that kind of investment, so he automatically gets the right for golden visa.
Okay. One question is actually the extension of the answer that you just gave. What are the basic required documents?
What are
basic documents required?
Okay, basic documents for residence permit, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Смотри, сначала человек должен открыть здесь счет и получить вот этот номер фискальный. Это, опять же, делаем все мы, команда адвокатов. Потом он выбирает недвижимость, покупает эту недвижимость. И потом ему нужна будет вот эта заметка несудимости, да, ну и вот свои документы, то есть копия паспорта, вот это все.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the person has to open the bank account in the Portuguese bank. And the tax number, Portuguese tax number. Afterwards, he has to prove the investment. Has to have the documents for investment, the documents that certificate that the person is not a criminal, for example. Do we have the documents that prove the income? Also the income. Let me see. Okay. Well, they are the passport or ID, the proof of the residence address right now. Everything in English, obviously. The certificates from declarations from the work. And the pay slips, from the work. Let me see. Oh, okay. The declaration all about the income, the monthly income.
Great, great.
And also if there's the situation of the family members, he has to prove he is married or in a civil marriage, for example.
Perfect.
And, yeah, and certificate of birth of children and each applicant.
Perfect, perfect. We have one last question here, which is what are the taxes on property that he has to pay at the time of purchasing?
Let me see the taxes. Yeah, taxes for property.
Like an example, if the investor will buy something for 350,000 euros, the taxes will be between 12,000 euros and 17,000 euros. It depends on the number of properties that he will buy, 1, 2, or 3 years.
Okay, okay, okay. One more question is there. Can an investor sell the investment at any time if he no longer needs Portugal Golden Visa?
One more time, can you repeat?
Can the investor sell the investment at any time if he no longer needs Portuguese Golden Visa?
During 5 years, he cannot sell it, but yes, after 5 years, if he will apply for a permanent residence or for passport, he can sell it. Yes.
Yeah. Great, great, great. Thank you
he
so
can
much.
Sell everything that he bought.
And every investment.
Yes, he can just stay without nothing in Portugal. Yes,
Great.
if he will get the passport or a permanent residence.
Great, great. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for attending today. Thank you so much, honorable presenters. Thank you for your time. It was an interesting session. We got a lot of knowledge about Portugal and USA. All the attendees, if you have any questions, you can always get back to us on the email and phone number that we provided. More than that, you will be contacted by respective companies who you talked to today, and you can ask questions to them directly, or you can get back to us on that. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Looking forward to have a profitable and a good day ahead to all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Drew. Bye. Have a good day.
Everyone, thank you.
Thank you very much, Abdul.